Nature is all around us, but when you live in a big city like Cleveland, it can be hard to tell. The dense urban environment and the hustle and bustle of city life can obscure the underlying natural topography. And to the untrained eye, it can seem that the urban environment doesn't really offer any nature at all. Yet, if you take a closer look, there are still many natural features in and around Cleveland that are still discernible. And today, we're going to explore 8 natural areas in places you would at least expect to find them. Before we do that though, go ahead and hit those like and subscribe buttons so that you never miss your dose of nature in the city. Let's explore. The steps that you see behind me are a long staircase that connects the main part of the Case Western Reserve University campus down low with the upper portion of the campus where there's a series of residential halls along Carlton Road near Overlook Road. The steps themselves go up and down a natural feature known as Turkey Ridge. Turkey Ridge is the leading northwest front of the Appalachian foothills and is named for the fact that historically there were a lot of wild turkeys sighted around. Interestingly enough, as this natural slope has become reforested with trees like northern red oaks, turkeys are once again being sighted. The steps offer a surprisingly rustic commute for students and others traversing a very urban university campus. Cleveland's Lake Erie shoreline wasn't always where it is now. In fact, about 6,000 years ago, give or take a few hundred years or so, the shores of Lake Erie would have extended much further inland to about where I am now, near the intersection of West 110th Street and Detroit Avenue in the Edgewater neighborhood. If you look closely, you can see how the road ascends uphill right before reaching the intersection with Detroit Avenue. Historically, right around the year 1800, this area that I'm standing in would have been an area of open oak woods. But as you can see, with a lot of intense development and urban blight, this site is a far cry from the pristine and quaint beach ridge that it once was. Botanical gardens showcase plants, flowers, trees, and shrubs, both wild and cultivated, and are traditionally very landscaped and manicured environments. The Cleveland Botanical Garden, however, has a natural secret of its own. The main part of the outdoor gardens is situated in a natural ravine, originally carved by a small tributary stream to nearby Doan Brook. The present site of the Japanese garden is approximately the site of the old Wade Spring, a natural mineral spring that drained into the creek, and which was a draw for many for its perceived medicinal and healing values. Although the spring is no longer visible, a small stream still passes through the ravine, a trickling reminder of University Circle's rustic past. The Cleveland Metro Parks Zoo showcases fascinating wildlife from all around the world, with immersive exhibits in a sprawling campus layout. It also happens to be situated directly in the Big Creek Valley. This large tributary to the Cuyahoga River downcuts through Chagrin Shale, exposing large cliffs that are visible from some of the zoo's walkways. Fish and wildlife, local to the area of course, utilize this natural stream valley, while zoo guests admire the zoo's animal collection. Perhaps on your next visit to the zoo, you'll stop to admire this remarkable natural feature that's right here in Cleveland. Near the Cedar Fairmount district in Cleveland Heights, in a tightly developed and historic residential neighborhood, a small stream seems to appear for only an instant as it passes through private yards along Kent Road just north of Derbyshire. This small stream is one of the only remaining above-ground segments of a nearly completely buried tributary to Doan Brook, known as Blue Rock Brook. Be sure to watch my video, Tracing Blue Rock Brook, to uncover even more unexpected natural features in this area of Cleveland Heights. I'll link that video in the description below. Rockefeller Park, the green space along the busy Martin Luther King Boulevard, is a scenic parkway that connects the Shoreway with University Circle. Beautiful stone bridges cross over the road, which were designed by architect Charles Schweinfurth and built in 1897. Passing quietly through the length of the park is a natural stream, Doan Brook. In fact, the entire park is situated in a wooded valley originally carved by the stream. MLK Boulevard crosses over the stream several times, and the stream passes several of the popular Cleveland cultural gardens that the park is well known for. Perhaps while you admire the park, you'll take a moment to observe this small and quaint stream passing through, which existed long before the park and gardens were built. And be sure to watch another video of mine, down the Doan Brook Gorge, which is yet another natural feature that's right in the middle of the city. Cemeteries might not be the first place that comes to mind as a place to go on a nature walk, but Lakeview Cemetery's Nature Trail offers a quaint and surprisingly rustic respite, just minutes from Little Italy and University Circle. A small stream, a section of Dugway Brook, trickles its way down the steep and heavily wooded slopes of this outdoor museum, which is abound with wildlife. Be sure to check out my video, Natural Features of Lakeview Cemetery, which I'll link in the video description below. Probably one of the least expected natural features is behind the back doors of the Cleveland Heights Recreation Center and Skating Rink. Seeming to burst out of nowhere, a natural waterfall along Dugway Brook tumbles down into a heavily forested gulch on the Cleveland Heights side of Forest Hill Park. The stream cascades over Euclid Bluestone and Cleveland Shale in one of the most picturesque parts of Forest Hill Park. Dugway Brook itself has been mostly buried in a sea of urban development, but its few remaining above-ground segments are stunning. So be sure to check out my video, Tracing Dugway Brook, to discover more. As always, you'll find that link in the description below. As you can see, our city is filled with hidden natural features that are often just out of view. It's important to trace our city's natural history so that we can redevelop Cleveland in a sustainable manner. Are you surprised to learn about some of the hidden natural features that we explored today? Is there a natural feature in your neighborhood that you're wondering what it is, or if it's even a natural feature in the first place? Let me know in the comments below, and maybe I can come out and take a look and see if I can figure out what it is. From Cleveland, Ohio, my name is Alex, and I'm your CLE Urban Naturalist.